Thanks, everyone. Good evening. What a great event. I'm thrilled to be here tonight to celebrate the achievements of our Honoree Samueli School of Engineering and our Donald Bren School of Information and Computer Sciences. One thing that I want to say is that if you look at the organizational chart, it may be that, Greg is saying, well, it's self-conscious to have to introduce your boss. It may sound like that, but the important thing to remember at any great institution such as this is that there may be some people a little bit higher in the organizational chart, but the leadership on the campus that really drives most of the important things that happen are really the deans working with their great supporters and faculty and students. And so I just want to recognize Hal and Greg for the great job that they do on behalf of both schools, and I hope that we can give them a little recognition, a round of applause. The folks who do the heavy lifting, great to see so many friends here. Jeff, fantastic, a glimpse into really what inevitably is going to be the future if society gets things right. So hats off to you. Ingenuity. What a perfect word to describe what the students of these two great schools demonstrate week in and week out. We're going to highlight 10 student teams tonight. And when you see what they've come up with, you will say to yourself, what are you going to say when you see what they come up with? Wow. Or ingenious. That's right. Ingenious. That's going to be the word. But these students who we're going to recognize tonight are just really the tip of the iceberg. Our students are skilled, clever, imaginative, gifted problem solvers. When these young women and men graduate, they represent the best and the brightest, which is why so many top companies in our region, represented by many of you tonight, want to hire our graduates. And when you do that, that makes you ingenious as well. Our gathering this evening brings together faculty, students, staff, supporters, friends, and corporate partners. That in itself is a good and important thing, not only as a way of honoring some terrific people, but as an example of how we all must work together. Human progress depends, obviously, on the establishment of communities that foster innovation and creativity. Bright minds need to gather and take inspiration from one another. But just as importantly, these minds need the support, including the financial support, of people of goodwill who want to advance human well-being. And they also need to be around people who have the passion and talent for translating great ideas into new practices and products. We all have to work together. So this evening's gathering of students, faculty, corporate and community leaders exemplifies the partnerships and collaborations that facilitate progress and will advance our economy and our society. So I hope that all of you will continue to participate in the life of this great university and in the vital and extraordinary work of these two schools. One way or the other, the world is waiting for us to keep working together. Faculty and students alone can't solve problems without great institutions making great partnerships with people of goodwill. And the great thing is we're all in the business of trying to make the world a better place. And that's just always a tremendously inspirational and exciting place for us to be. Now, part of the way in which we make the world a better place is that wonderful people in our community take that extra step and help energize the work and inspire the work that we all do together. And so it's my great pleasure right now to recognize a few of these people. And we're going to start with Gerald Solemn. Gerald Solemn is a longtime partner and steadfast friend of the Samueli School of Engineering. As a member of the school's leadership council, he has helped contribute to the focus and direction of the school in many ways. Most recently, he helped secure seed funding for the Make Lab product innovation space. This 3D modeling facility will allow outside entrepreneurs and businesses to develop and create prototype products and devices at a low cost. By enhancing affordable innovation in Orange County, the Make Lab manufacturing design space will be an economic catalyst for the region. Mr. Solomon has also been a persuasive advocate for new methodologies of teaching. He brought in nationally recognized consultants to spur the school's interest in creating flipped classrooms, where students do online the coursework that's traditionally done in the classroom, and then use the classroom to reinforce their coursework with labs and projects. This, we know, will educate more students at a lower cost and educate them better. At the Bren School, Mr. Solomon supports App Jam Plus, an annual event where our ICS students go to local middle schools to work with boys and girls on creating educational apps. The goal here, of course, is to inspire middle schoolers to learn about various STEM fields. As one of the Bren School student mentors put it, App Jam Plus gives kids a chance to appreciate something they didn't know they could do and to develop the confidence that they can do it. Mr. Solomon is Executive Director of the Samueli Foundation. He currently serves on the Dean's Advisory Council of UCLA's Engineering School, the Dean's Advisory Council of the Henry Samueli School of Engineering, and the Dean's Advisory Board of the UCI School of Education. He is chair of the National STEM Funders Network, chair of the OC STEM Initiative, a member of the California Department of Education Foundation, and works with grant makers in health and grant makers for education on local, regional, and national issues. An absolute privilege to have Gerald as part of our community, and my great privilege to ask Gerald to come on up, and I will present him with the 2014 Henry Samueli School of Engineering Ingenuity Award. Come on up, Gerald.
Thank you very much, Provost. I need to say that when I first got the communication from Dean Washington, I called him up and I said, I think you made a mistake. I said, I think you meant this for Henry and Susan Samueli and not for me. My job is to really carry out their passion and their wishes. But I am deeply touched and deeply humbled by this. And I want to thank Henry and Susan in particular because they've given me the ability to understand what STEM education and what this work can really do to really enhance qualities of life for students and citizens in this country. So from me to you, thank you so much, and thank you, Provost. Of course.
Thank you. Now two other wonderful people, Robert and Barbara Kleist. Active volunteers and philanthropists dedicated to supporting the institutions that make life better for all of Orange County. Barbara devoted years to helping the weakest among us as a nursery and public health nurse. She has served as a member of the Anaheim Memorial Hospital Guild and as a board member of the Anaheim Memorial Medical Center Foundation and the Insistence League. And for 22 years was a member of the board of directors of the Anaheim Memorial Hospital Medical Center. Bob is a member of the Leadership Council and the Dean's Executive Board at both the Samueli School and the Bren School, where he has served as a mentor and judge for numerous student events, including most recently Autism App Jam. He is a past chair of the UCI Chief Executive Roundtable. He has also served as founder and chair of the Board of Directors of Printronix Incorporated, a member of the Board of Directors of Seagate Technology, and on the Stanford University Engineering Advisory Committee. Bob and Barbara Kleist are active supporters of the Seagramson Center for the Arts, the Pacific Symphony, St. Luke's College of Health Sciences, Kansas University, Stanford University, and Mariners Church. Here at UC Irvine, they have supported many initiatives, including scholarship support for students, particularly transfer students, and research projects in bioengineering, Alzheimer's disease, and autism spectrum disorders. Most recently, they created an endowment within the Bren School to support the Robert A. and Barbara L. Kleist Chair in Informatics. I'm delighted to announce tonight that the first holder of this important new endowed chair is Professor Gillian Hayes. Professor Hayes, would you please stand to be recognized? Tremendously inspirational people. What a great source of pride for the campus to know that we have such good friends and we do good work together. So it is my privilege to ask Robert and Barbara to come on up here and accept the Donald Bren School of Information and Computer Sciences Ingenuity Award. Come on up.
Well, first, we'd like to congratulate all of the students on their ideas and the teamwork that have made this event possible tonight. We grew up in Barbara and I feel really blessed with the opportunity in our life. And we're really glad to help future generations with their opportunity. We grew up in the Great Depression before World War II, Barbara on a farm in Kansas, and I grew up in mining camps in Nevada and high school in Los Angeles. Barbara became a registered nurse. I became an electrical engineer and the first in my family to attend a university, thanks to the GI Bill from 2 years in the Navy, an opportunity that was shared by many in our generation. A noted news columnist pointed out one time that this was the greatest generation. We believe that there have been many great generations, and they're built upon the science and knowledge of those that came before them. The next generation, great generation, will be one that works most productively with others to bring opportunity to reality. We wish each and every one of you all the best in your life journey, and particularly the students that have created this event tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Provost Gilman, for playing a big part of tonight's proceedings. Congratulations, Gerald, Bob, and Barbara. I think to add just one thing to what Bob said, which is each generation builds on the next, and a key component of that is the generosity of the current generation to support the next. So hopefully students appreciate it, remember it, your time will come.